In this short video, we're going to just finish up the lecture and demo for Chapter 11 of our textbook. When we left before, we were rushing through foreign key constraints, and I ran out of time in the video. So let's finish that up. So a foreign key constraint defines the relationship between two tables and enforces referential integrity. Typically, a foreign key constraint refers to the primary key of the related table. However, it can also refer to a unique key. So in this example, we've already created a table, I think. Let's just make sure. Table called vendors 9. Yep, already exists. And then we're going to create a table called invoices 9 that references that vendor ID from this table, but now it's going to be a foreign key. And you define it as a foreign key by using this logic: references, vendors 9, vendor ID. So that's how you do a foreign key constraint. Let's see, I may have already created this one too. Looks like I already have. Okay, so when we say enforcing referential integrity, if I try to insert a value or a record into the invoices table with a vendor ID that does not exist in the vendor table, then I'm going to get an error. So I do not have a vendor ID called 99 in my vendor table. So when I execute this, I expect to get an error. Okay, so we're maintaining the integrity of the database. You can't have a record in a table that's supposed to be like a vendor. The vendor doesn't exist, basically. Okay. If this is pretty easy stuff. If you want to get rid of or change the structure, like you want to delete a table or a database, you can use the drop command. Not too complicated, right? So note, you can't delete a table if a foreign key constraint in another table refers to that table. So if you've got a table that contains a vendor ID in it, and you're trying to delete the vendors table, then you're not going to be able to do that. When you delete a table, all the data, indexes, triggers, and constraints are deleted. Any views or stored procedures associated with the table must be deleted explicitly. So, and again, you delete structure by using the drop command. Let's take a look. So if you want to delete an index, use the drop command. If you want to drop a table, you use the drop command. If you want to drop a database, you use the drop command. If you want to change the structure of something, you use the alter command. So in this case, we're going to alter the vendors table, and we're going to add a column to it. So alter table vendors, add the column name, last trans date, give it the data type and the attribute that it will accept null values. If you want to delete that column, that field that you just added, no surprise, you use the drop command. So drop column. If you want to add a constraint to a table, so you can add constraints when you actually create the table, or if you want to add it after the table is already created, you use the alter table command. So alter table invoices with note check, add check. So the invoice total has to be greater than or equal to 1. And oh yeah, so also in this demonstration file, we included the script that creates the AP demonstration database. It's kind of a good idea to actually look through here because then you can see all the things that are going on. So again, we have go commands after some things that we want executed before the next thing is executed. So we need to create the database. If we drop it and go, and then we're going to create the tables in the database. Then you can see the data types here, and you can see the attributes for each of the fields in each of the tables. And then at the end, it adds indexes for all the foreign keys in the database. And again, we do that to improve the query performance. So I think that's it for this demo. That's Chapter 11, how to implement database designs in a database.